Hello and welcome back. In the last video, we looked at how to do basic account settings for your profile. And one of the features we looked at under account settings was user roles and privileges. And then we noticed that on adding a user role, we select a classification. Administrator, that is these roles you are creating, how are they classified? Are they classified as administrators or department or group leaders? And then this becomes handy here. So under user management, you see the two classifications, administrators and departmental leaders. So for administrators, for user role, you'll see that we have pastor, secretary, treasurer, church admin. This is coming from the fact that we created user roles and assign them the classification of administrators. You can see pastor, secretary, treasurer, church admin. They're classified as administrators, and that is why on adding users, on creating users, the roles appear for church administrator. So the user management is where we'll create users, that is application users that will be able to access this platform and will be able to carry out operations on behalf of your church. So by default, when you register, your record is there, church admin, Morning Star Church. So let's say you want to create the church, you want to create the pastor, and then we'll have Pastor Jake, that is his name. We're going to use just testing details. So let's say Pastor Jake at gmail.com is the name of the email address of the pastor, or if the church has a website, we can have at morningstarchurch.com, and then let's say its phone number is 123456789, and then you select the role as church pastor and then you submit. And so the record is created for Pastor Jake. Then Pastor Jake receives an email address informing him that a profile has been created for him for your church on our platform. He will get information on how to log in and carry out activities on the platform. He will also be asked to verify his email address, and as soon as he does that, the privileges you've assigned for pastor, his role is a pastor. For account settings, while we're looking at user roles and privileges, we'll see that for the role pastor, certain privileges we assign. So these privileges assigned here becomes activated for him the moment he verifies his email address and logs in. And so if at a point in time maybe Pastor Jake no longer serves in the church or no longer works in the church as a minister, you can decide to delete his record, so he no longer has access to this platform. But whatever activity Pastor Jake must have performed using this platform while he was active in the church will still exist. You can reference them, you can use them for management reports, but his profile as an active user on this platform will be deactivated the moment you delete. If you watch on display, you have just his name, his role and status, if he's active or if he has been deactivated. And so if you want to see his full details, remember we had email address and phone number while he was created, so you can click the view and then you can see his full information. If there's a need for you to make a change, you can make a change. Let's say Pastor Jake was originally created as a secretary, and then the acting pastor left, and then he is upgraded or he was promoted or anointed a pastor. You can switch roles for him here, and then it takes effect immediately you save changes. If there was a mistake in his email address while his profile was created, you can make changes. So let's say his email address was supposed to be Pastor Jake 123. The moment you make that change, and maybe you make a correction to his phone number or to his name, and you click save changes, it automatically takes effect. So if you click on view details, you see its email is now Pastor Jake 123. All right, so for departmental leaders, all the rules that were created for departmental leaders becomes visible here. And so you can see departmental leader, departmental secretary. How do this come about? While we're looking at roles, user roles and privileges, we created these roles and they were classified under department or group leader. and that's why it appears. Also, under directorates and departments, we created we created directorates, and then we created department under this directorate. So for worship directorate, we'll have a record, I think the music department, yeah, the music department. And then for evangelism directorate, I think we'll have evangelism and outreach. Okay, so let's go for so evangelism. We'll have evangelism and outreach. Yeah, evangelism and outreach. And so it comes in handy here for departmental leaders. They are to control departments. So if you click the drop down for department, you see all the departments that have been created: the music department, evangelism and outreach. So if more departments were created under those created directorates, you have them listed here. And then the roles that were created under this classification, departmental leaders, will be listed. So we're going to create a record. So let's say Gabriel, Pastor Gabriel. Email address could be Pastor Gabriel at morningstarchurch.com, and then we'll put his phone number. Now okay, let's do it so you get to see. For phone numbers that are already existing, it throws an error because no two persons are expected to have the same phone numbers. So I have music department, and let's say he's the departmental leader, or he's the leader of music department. So let's try to create this record. So we'll get a warning that this phone number has already been taken. So we're expected to make a change. So no two persons can have the same exact phone number. So we'll switch to 99, and then we submit the record. And so we'll have the record for Pastor Gabriel created successfully. So music department, the role is the leader, status is active. So if for any reason Pastor Gabriel is no longer the music departmental leader, maybe he was demoted to the secretary, you can click to view, and then you can switch his role from leader to secretary. Conversely, let's say he was the secretary and then he has been upgraded or promoted to the departmental leader, you can still switch his role from secretary to leader. And let's say Pastor Gabriel no longer fellowships with the church, or he has been moved out from the departmental leader, maybe he's made an administrator by the church secretary, you can simply delete his record from the departmental leader and then go to administrators and add him as a church administrator. So this is all about the user management, and the next video will be looking at how to handle member records. Thank you.